The journey of a kicker. It all began when I decided to quit soccer and try out football. I began with one goal in mind, which was to become a college football kicker. I started out in my high school years as a Tiger, Martin County High School Tigers to be exact. I was nervous playing my first varsity football game, but it was quite the experience. Here are a few other shots of me on the sidelines during my freshman year on varsity. Stretching was also very important to me because it kept me flexible as a kicker. This is where I learned to start kicking through my first kicking coach named Chris Gardner. He was a kicker for Michigan State University, and I learned a lot of life lessons from him, and I am very gracious for all that he's done for me in my kicking career. Sophomore year was an interesting one because it happened to be one of my most memorable experiences, which was when I kicked the game-winning field goal for the district championship. I was in the next day's paper, and I was very appreciative that my efforts toward kicking were beginning to pay off. In order to gain exposure toward universities recruiting me, I decided to join a kicking camp that was out in Las Vegas, Nevada. Chris Saylor was once a kicker for UCLA and is now an instructor for kicking in nationwide camps. He holds these camps to help high school students gain exposure for colleges. Here are a few action shots of me during the camps. After attending these camps throughout my years of high school, it was time to use those abilities toward my kicking during the game, such as this me teeing up for kickoff here, and stretching again, as usual, and kicking a field goal in a game. As I went through my journey of high school, I was beginning to feel more like a kicker and more proud of all my work that I was putting into kicking. Here are a few pictures of my trials and tribulations in high school and my successes as a kicker. Another memorable moment in my kicking career was when I kicked the game winner for the district game in overtime. I was very proud of this moment because, again, I got in the paper and it showed off my abilities to potential colleges. I unfortunately did not get recruited by any universities, but I was also fortunate in the fact that I got accepted in the University of Florida, my dream school. Ben Hill Griffin Stadium at Florida Field was quite the spectacle. I had grown up going to games and dreaming about the possibility of kicking in this wonderful stadium. Through hard work and determination, I showed a coach on the team my abilities and was blessed with the opportunity of a lifetime to become a Florida Gator football player. And I was very proud of that moment when I saw my name at the top of the locker. I was then given the opportunity to attend my first Gator Walk, which is a tradition started by Coach Urban Meyer to show appreciation toward the fans and all the support that they give us throughout the years. Here are a few shots of some pre-game activities that the band composes, which lead up to the best moment that I think in college football, is when the Gators run out of the tunnel. I had that dream, and I accomplished that dream. Very proud of that moment, and I'll never forget it for the rest of my life. These are a few shots of me on the sideline trying to get a peek at what's going on. As you can see, I'm very short in comparison to the other players, but I was still having a good time and smiling all the time because I was living my childhood dream. The Gator Walk for the FSU game was especially exciting because of the magnitude of how important this game was during the year. It's always a rivalry game and always thrilling. Our domination in that game was shown in our victory, and I was very happy to be a part of that moment and to have all these seniors win out FSU with a bang. The next two parts of my life were very unfortunate. We lost in the SEC championship game, which ended a winning streak, and I later tore my MCL and my ACL in practice before the Sugar Bowl. Here are my teammates Aaron Hernandez, Riley Cooper, and Tim Tebow just practicing. And here's the moment we were waiting for all year, which was the Sugar Bowl. I watched eagerly from the sidelines as we later ended up winning the game by dominating Cincinnati. And it was such a joyous occasion with all the confetti and just the seniors going out strong. And there's Tim Tebow at the podium receiving the trophy. And here's a picture with me and my fellow kicker Caleb Sturgis and enjoying our celebration as I'm crutching on the field, trying to work my way through the madness of people, and all the while enjoying every single minute. Standing next to that trophy made me very proud because it symbolized hard work that paid off. Here's a shot of me getting prepped for surgery, kind of looking excited, but later on I will not be so excited because I was in a lot of pain the next day, the next morning after surgery. This was an ice machine I was hooked up to that continuously pumped ice water around my knee to keep the swelling down. As you can see, there was much swelling. Eight months later, after I was fully recovered, it was time for a new me and a new number, which meant a new jersey. A new year brought about more gator walks and more experiences in the swamp and everything that goes with it. Here up next is my last gator walk, unfortunately, but it was such a memorable moment because all my family was there. Here are a few pictures of my last game, home game, and the final pictures I took with my teammates, and me signing some autographs, and a great picture that I have with my parents, who I love very much, and I'm very grateful for them and all they've done for me. Next, we move on to the Outback Bowl, which is what we fortunately were able to go to. I'm able to dress out again and stand on the sidelines and hopefully get in. But I was just grateful for the opportunity to be there and very, very, very thankful for the outcome, which was that we won. And with winning brought about another proud moment in my life, which was this. Just like the Sugar Bowl trophy, this ring symbolizes all the hard work I've ever put in my kicking career, and it shows that hard work does pay off. And in the quote, to quote a great man, Urban Meyer says, "Loyalty and faithfulness will always be rewarded," and it definitely did. I would not trade my experience as a kicker for the world. Although I had my ups and my downs along the way, kicking shaped the person who I am today, a person who is truly blessed and grateful. Thank you for watching, and God bless.